Yesterday, 911 emergency services was down in multiple states. Entire or partial parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, Texas, Nevada, Florida, Kentucky, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Interesting enough, just a few hours prior to the outages, this article is published on ABC News. DHS warns the public, and then hours later, the exact same thing they warned of happens. How do they know? Just since the beginning of 2024, we've seen AT&T go down countless times. All the social media platforms and communication services go down at opportune moments like Super Tuesday. Actually received this friendly email from AT&T today. Personal information was compromised. Thanks, guys, for the useless heads up. I can go down the rabbit holes today, predictive programming, PSYOP, digital warfare, etc., but I'm not. Instead, let's keep it super basic. Our country is falling apart. That's a fact. Emergency systems are failing. Air travel is a travesty. Scheduling delays are the new norm. Planes are literally falling apart. Trains derail. Bridges fall. With an illegal migrant crisis, every major city is completely overrun. Homelessness and rampant drug use is out of control. Online censorship is ramping up as the platforms are controlling what you can see and say. Everywhere you look, it's war. There's only two explanations, really. One, this is all intentional, but we'll save that for another day. Or two, the leadership is incompetent. Because according to the White House press secretary,
I have a couple things I can share with what the president is doing today. As he always does, he's working around the clock, focusing on the issues that matter to the American people, everyday Americans, obviously.
If Biden, as said by the White House itself, is working around the clock because I trust their words, he's either intentionally sabotaging the country or incompetently, unknowingly sabotaging the country. Which one do you think it is?
Hey, this your boy Billy. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm pretty sure everybody know who Mark Hamill is. The dude that plays Luke Skywalker in Star Wars series. Complete fucking nut job. I didn't even know dude was such a lunatic till I actually started following him on Twitter. And best believe I hit the unfollow button pretty fast. Dude is pretty much what you would expect out of a Hollyweird, do I want to say that on here? No, I don't think I'm gonna say it on here, but you guys get the gist. You know what goes down in Hollywood with the underageness and all that. But if you ask me, people like this, man, somebody's got them by the balls. You know, like they must have some videotapes of them. You know, like how Diddy was doing people, videotaping them at their worst times. You know, somebody probably got him on videotape, misbehaving, doing some shit he wasn't supposed to do, because his takes are just outrageous, man. What you about to see in this video right here. It's just so outrageous, guys. Let's get into the video. Somebody crazy. Look what this guy tweeted, literally. April 22nd from Earth. Joe Biden is the best president we've ever had. I ain't even gonna comment, man. This crazy shit speaks for itself.
Oh, really?
And now a brief overview of the Biden administration's results. By Salvati.
And you ain't black.
The typical American household spends $270 more.
Hey, yo, can I just point out how crazy somebody is? Hey, yo, great content. If you're not following somebody on YouTube, I'm telling you, you're tripping. Great content. You see putting that, you ain't black shit. Hey, that's what Biden gonna be famous for, that line.
By Salvati.
And you ain't black.
The typical American household spends $270 more per month on everyday goods than 1 year ago, and over $1,000 per month more from 3 years ago.
Think about that.
And thank you for joining us. New numbers released today show U.S. inflation hit 9.1% over the past year, the highest in 4 decades.
3 U.S. troops were killed and at least 24 more injured in a drone attack on a small U.S. outpost in Jordan.
The U.S. government's debt has topped 34 trillion.
That's crazy. I didn't even know any more American soldiers died. That's insane, man.
In Jordan.
The U.S. government's debt has topped $34 trillion for the first time ever. The figure is the total amount of outstanding borrowing by the U.S. federal government. It's estimated the government spends $2 billion a day on debt interest payments alone.
My God.
But food prices, they have now reached a record high. Right now, they're the highest they've been in nearly 40 years. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that over the 12 months ending in November, food prices at restaurants jumped nearly 6%, the highest jump since 1982.
The crisis at the border where we've just learned.
Good God, man. And it's so insane now because fast food is higher than sit-down food. What type of fucking upside-down world are we living in? Like, you can go get better quality from, like, a sit-down restaurant, like Longhorn Steakhouse. You can go get a lunch special to come up like $9 some change, literally, with a nice side and everything. Like, they give you a loaf of bread, all type of shit for like $9. But you can go get like a fake ass Big Mac meal that might cost you up here like $14. Like, nah, go get you some real food, man. But it's just crazy how expensive shit is because this dude just can't stop stealing our fucking money, and Congress can't stop stealing our money, sending it to people in other countries. Now, I'm pretty sure they were just watching. This shit is all money laundering. This is the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of the fucking world that's taking place. One of the most corrupt times in world history we're living through right now, people.
Learned migrant crossings in December shattered all previous records.
Tonight, after weeks of scenes like this at the southern border, NBC News has learned December marked a record all-time high in crossings. Some 300,000 undocumented migrants crossing the border, according to DHS officials.
Think of how that has changed everything. People's attitudes about themselves, their families, about the state of the nation, about the state of their communities. And so there's a lot of uncertainty out there.
The rising prices mean more Americans are using credit cards than ever before. The average household balance is about $11,000. All combined, our nationwide outstanding credit card debt is a staggering new high, $1.3 trillion.
Joe Biden is the best president we've ever had.
Now, the Taliban are out in full force. They took over the presidential palace, occupied Kabul's version of the Oval Office. Afghanistan's president fled the country. The Taliban don't just control Kabul, but the whole country and all the weapons the U.S. bought for the Afghan army.
The Taliban have been taking pot shots at the U.S. transport planes as they leave.
And it's just totally irresponsible.
For the first time ever, the average price of gas nationwide has hit an unprecedented $5 a gallon.
The challenge that we have as an administration is we got to let people know who brung it to them. That's our challenge.
Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you!
6 months later.
The campaign unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime. Donald Trump wins the presidency of the United States. He is now going to be called President-elect Donald Trump. He's walking up right now. You see him right there. He's going to be speaking momentarily. He's got his wife there. History has been made.
Yo, this shit is insane though, man. Like, literally insane. But you know, these people are paid to do this, man. And look, like she said, you got to know who brought it to you. Right here. Her and We Did It, Joe. Remember? You got to know who brought you all these great things you're living through right now. All these wars, all this poverty, all this homelessness, all these drug deaths, all the crazy interest rates, all the unaffordability, all the low quality of life. You got to know who brought it to you, baby. Democrat administration. Joe Biden, Jack, and Kamala Harris. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, man. You get what you fucking vote for, people. Y'all seen it like I seen it. I'll never call that man the greatest president of my fucking country. I'm out.